Hello and welcome back to our videos. In the previous video, we have explained about how you can filter the user input using conditions. So it means that we have a pretty good introduction of what a condition element can do. So on this video, we are going to explore more about the possibilities and the features of the condition element. So I have created a new flow here and I have already built my first element. Note that your first element doesn't need to be a text element, but for the sake of uniformity and simplicity, that's why I keep using the text element as our text element. So I hope that clarifies. So with that, let's rename the first element here with trigger condition. All right, so let's say hello and the first name of our subscriber. Choose the options below to explore more about conditions. So the option would be in a form of quick reply. So let's say here that we are going to explore about, since we have already explored about validations of email using the custom variable, now we are going to test another. So let's say that I want to check the gender, okay? So check the gender. And then we are going to use the condition element here, and we are going to set a condition here. So let's use any. And here we are only going to use one condition. So all or any would work. But again, if you use multiple conditions, then using the all or any options would matter a lot. So again, let's use a single condition and use gender here. So let's add a condition, and in this case, we are going to check if the gender is male or not. So let's confirm the changes. So here, let's say, hey, first name, you are a, and then use the custom variable here, and then use the gender custom variable. Okay. And then here, let's say this is not a male. So, oh, okay, you are not a male. The second condition option that we are going to try out is the tag condition. So let's say check tag. And then again, let's build a condition here and let's use any option. And then here we are going to add a tag, and currently we don't have any tags yet. So we are going to create a tag first. Okay, to create a tag, it's really easy. All you have to do is go to your menu and then go to contacts. And then on the contact menu, you'd be able to see the my contact tags here. So select that and let's add a new contact tag. So let's say buyer. This is the buyer tag, and we can also say that this is example, let's say availed coupon. So that is our second tag. Okay, we have created two tags here, availed coupon and then buyer. So what the tag or label feature does is we can add or attach the tag to a subscriber so that we can label or we can group that subscriber based on the tag. So example, I want to know if the subscriber is a buyer or not. So we can attach a buyer tag to those subscribers who bought from us, and we can also know if that certain buyer have used a coupon code by attaching an availed coupon tag to that subscriber. So think of a label as a property of your subscriber. If the subscriber is availed of coupon or is a buyer, so that way we can identify our subscriber easily. Now let's go back to our Facebook and Instagram chatbot flow builder and edit the draft of our condition flow again. Now that we have tags, we can now go back to our condition. We can add condition, use any, add the tag condition again, and let's say tag is buyer. So in this case, we are going to determine if our subscriber have a buyer tag or not. So if our subscriber have a buyer tag, then let's send a message, hey, you are a buyer, okay? And then let's say if the subscriber does not have a buyer tag, we can say, oh, you have not bought anything from us yet. Okay, so let's go. I'm gonna teach you how to add a buyer tag later on, and how we can automate it. So we can explore more about contact tags or contact label on a separate video. But consider this as a brief introduction of what a contact tags does. So now let's add another quick reply here, and let's say check the name of our subscriber. And in this case, let's add another condition, and let's configure this as any. And this time we are going to add subscriber name. So we can determine if the subscriber contains a certain name or not. So let's say if subscriber contains the name John, so it could be an uppercase or a lowercase, it doesn't matter. So John, okay? And then let's add messages here. Hey, your name does contain John, okay? And then for the false socket, we are going to say, hey, your name does not contain John. Okay, so this is a pretty simple check. Now let's try to add another quick reply here and then check email. So we have already explored this, so I'm not going to explain more about this. Let's say condition, add any, and then we're going to check a custom variable here. Great. And then let's say the custom variable that we used is opt-in email is a valid email. Okay, so let's confirm, and then let's say, oh no, let's add the custom variable here is not a valid email. Confirm. And after that, we can add another quick reply here. So check phone. And in this case, we're going to add another condition. Add condition here, and let's use phone, customer phone. So we are still going to check a custom variable, and let's use if it is a valid mobile number or not. Okay, so we used the customer phone custom variable. So let's say, all right. And then let's use that customer phone is a valid phone number. And in this case, we're going to add another message here. Nope. And let's add the customer phone is not a valid phone number. Okay, so let's try this out. So as you can see, we have a weird web here, but it is still understandable. So let's save. And after saving, we are going to check. By the way, I forgot to add a trigger, a keyword trigger here. So right click, go to triggers, add a keyword trigger, and our keyword would be condition. So this is just to test our condition flow. Condition. Very good. Let's save again and go back to Messenger. Okay, the flow is now saved. Let's type our keyword trigger, condition. All right, we now have received our test message. Let's first check our gender. So check gender. Great, so it's true. So the profile that I'm using here is a male, so it triggered really well. Next, let's trigger it again. Okay, we are going to check a tag. So currently this user does not have a buyer tag yet. So that's why, oh, you have not bought anything from us yet. So later on, we are going to try to add a tag to the subscriber, but let's just trigger another test message, and then let's try to check the name. Okay, so it's true. The name Calvin does not contain John. So our condition is working well. So now let's check an email. So this email was saved beforehand. If you check our previous videos, you can check how we added the email custom variable. Okay, so true. This is a valid email. Now let's try again. Let's trigger again, and let's use the last option, the check phone. So as you can see, this is a valid phone number. So that's how you use conditions to check. But what we have done so far is we only added single conditions here. So we are going to explore more about multiple conditions on a separate video. Before we end, let's just try to add a buyer tag to the subscriber. So let's go back here and let's go to Facebook and Instagram and go to subscribers. All right, after going to the subscriber dashboard, let's go to subscriber list, and you would be able to see here that this is our subscriber. All right, Calvin. What I'm showing you here is how to add a tag manually. There is a way to add a tag automatically using Chatbot flow, but that would be on a separate topic. So for now, let's just bear with me because our topic right now, let's focus more on conditions. So we are going to add a buyer tag to the subscriber. Okay, and then we are going to click submit. Great, our subscriber now have a buyer tag. Let's trigger our flow again here. So let's type the keyword word trigger, condition. Now let's check the tag. Okay, so as you can see, hey, you are a buyer, Calvin. The reason is the subscriber have been attached to a tag. We are going to explore more about this, how we can build a better flow. And using conditions, you can even build a more personalized flow depending on the message that we want to give to the subscriber. If the subscriber is a buyer or not, or if the subscriber availed the coupon or not. So using conditions would allow us to really personalize the messages that we send to our subscribers. So if you're excited, then stay tuned on our next video.